Welcome to another episode of Cannabis and Coffee with LaTosque. I am sitting here with Brandyn Wolfzie Jenkins. And um, can you tell the people more about yourself, sir?
What's up, man? Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me on the live stream.
No
This
problem.
is this is the first stream of the year, actually. So, Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy
And
New Year to you as well.
yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I was just really looking forward to getting connected with you. I know you've been doing this for some time now. So, yeah. So what I do is I do my very best. So,
Mhm.
so what that entails is I work full time for Facebook as a marketing coordinator as well as a marketing strategist. So what I do specifically is I help businesses of all sizes get
Okay.
the most out of their ad spend. So if you're trying to sell something or just get more awareness, get more followers, whatever the objective is, I help them out on how to get that done.
Okay. So you could help
Yeah,
scale the project and everything.
right.
Okay.
That would be my area of expertise. So it's it's mainly on the acquisition portion of it. So um, I've been with Facebook for about 2 years now, going on 2 years. So um, everything I've learned in the last few years has been monumental to where I'm at today, as far as what I know about e-commerce, marketing, and making a whole lot of money. So, it's definitely the job I didn't know I needed.
Mm. So you
Yeah.
prefer? Do you are you taking what you learn from the Facebook marketing and implementing that to your brand? And I completely butchered that.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Um. Yeah.
So with Homebody Friends, um, everything I'm learning from Facebook is also applicable to Homebody Friends. So, a lot of what I learned, I would say less than half of that was in the classroom, and the remainder of that was just me talking to other clients, talking to other advertisers, a lot of collaborating, um, a lot of trial and error, believe it or not. So, this is a self-service platform at the end of the day. So, you got to test in order to find out what's going to work. So,
Right.
that's what I've been able to learn, and it's definitely been a real fun experience.
So if you had how do I want to say this? You've worked with artists from all different levels, right? As far as helping them get their marketing scaled up and stuff.
Yes, I have worked with a variety of artists. Absolutely.
What would you say is the biggest downfall that comes, well, not just artists, but businesses when it comes to digital marketing?
I would say the biggest downfall would be, a lot of people will approach marketing and advertising, and they'll try to just, take a shot in the dark, or just throw something against the wall to see if it works. A lot of advertising from the music side of things has been very much so like surface level. So it's kind of hard to measure out success when it comes to marketing and advertising with a musician.
Okay.
So for example, I've worked with a musician recently, um, and they had this budget to work with. They had all of this content. They were working on a website, but they didn't know what they wanted to get accomplished.
Mm.
So, I said, okay, we have all of these variables. What do we do with it? So what are you trying to get accomplished? Like, how do we know we're doing good? How do we know we're doing a good job? So, what I'm able to ascertain in that consultation are their goals, whether they're trying to make money from advertising or, whether they're just trying to get exposure, traffic, whatever it may be. I help them to accomplish those goals.
Okay.
So, yeah, the main thing with music and advertising, just know what you want to get out of it, and know and understand what you want to work towards. And then I work with them on looking at the data to figure out, okay, is this actually profitable for you?
Okay. Now, is this something that you plan on doing as a career, or do you plan on pursuing music production and um, homebody friends as more so a career versus the e-commerce and everything that you're doing?
That's a good question. um I've really been itching to get back into music, actually. More specifically, with a lot of rap and spoken word. I've never done that before, but lately, within like the past year,
You
I just been
dabbling
trying
in
it out
that
on my
more?
own. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm trying to, expand out, because I was predominantly like a beat maker,
Yeah.
remixer, live performer, whatever. But now, I actually want to, expand out a little bit, start to, find my rap voice, and get back into production. Not sure when I'm gonna get back into it, but
That's
I'm
great.
feeling it, you know. But a part of being a musician is just having control of your destiny, and
True.
just being in control of your image, your release, all of that.
Yeah.
So right now I am chasing that econ bag, and it's been working out for me. I'm gonna go where the money's at.
Because
Right
that
now,
in
yeah,
return ultimately helps you be financially independent so you can focus on your music.
right, right. So, I got to do what I got to do right now in order to do what I want to do later.
Okay. Now,
So
I
that's how I'm
I have
figuring it.
a question about it because I just recently, and we could talk about this another time as well. Like I'll have to cash you out on that consultation because I got merch now. I got the Black and
Nice.
Successful hoodies and merch, and I got the Speaking into Existence merch and stuff. Um, now, my that I usually go through is T server, but I also
Okay.
have some merch and stuff on Amazon. Now, is there an online market besides Facebook market that you think that would be more beneficial for somebody that's upcoming that wants to put money into marketing their merchandise?
Um, well, it ultimately comes down to how well do you know your audience. Um, it's a lot more broad than the approach, um, than you might think it is. So what I mean by
Okay.
that is, you want to, put yourself in a position to where you can acquire a lot of listeners, a lot of diverse listeners. So, you can, go outside the normal realm of what you're used to listening to, and as far as like what your genre, what you produce. I would say that it's okay to target someone that likes a different genre. It's okay to target someone that likes a different musician group. So music is music at the end of the day. Somebody gonna feel it.
I got you.
So what I mean. It's just about what you're putting out in front of this audience. The audience is simply a variable, if you ask me. It changes so much, and you're able to build that out yourself.
Hmm.
So what's going to win them over is the content. What kind of images, what kind of videos are you putting out there? What's your message? Is the music quality good? You know what I mean? Do you have a little bit of a following? What are you trying to get accomplished? Like these are all the things that me as a marketer can understand and ask, but as a consumer, they're gonna want something that's a bit more simpler to digest. You know what I mean? So you go about it with just some images, let people see what you look like, put a name to the face. Then you put out, some short videos, let people hear what you're talking about, let people hear your sound. Then from there, people really resonate with what you got going on. You just figure out different ways to acquire those customers and those listeners.
Now, is that what you did to build your brand out here in the Valley?
Indirectly. So what I've done in the Valley with Homebody Friends is it actually started out as a musical project. Excuse me. And then excuse me. From there, hold on, I gotta turn Siri off. I'm sorry. But I it went from like a musical project to just like a lifestyle brand. Now it's like a whole e-commerce storefront setup, just like all online. So how I'm still learning, every single day, how to get to where I want to be. I truly believe that, it can take years. It can take years to blow up overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of, just staying consistent, and just learning every single day. I can't be stagnant with it. So I'm going about it in a multiple variety of ways to find that consistency as to what's going to work for Homebody Friends.
Okay. Now, this is a cannabis and coffee, so obviously you enjoy cannabis.
Right.
What would be your favorite strain?
Oh man, favorite strain. Let's see. Jenny's Kush has me absolutely smacked every time I get it. It's an indica dominant, and yeah, it's a nice strain. It hits.
You said Jenny
What about
Kush,
you?
right?
Jenny's Kush, yeah.
Jenny's Kush. I'm more of a sativa leaning guy. My all-time favorite is probably I'm probably go ahead and say that it's Blue Dream.
Blue Dream. That's a Bay Area favorite right there.
Yeah, it's so simple, but it's so good though. It's so like the taste is amazing, and it's always smooth if it's grown right. So,
Word.
do you
All right.
prefer?
Am I able to partake on here real quick?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. So what was your question?
Do you prefer joints, papers, or bongs? And then you pulled out the glass bong.
So
Nice.
I just prefer smoking. I goodness. I would say that I'm getting better at my blunt rolling skills. I stopped smoking them tobacco leaves and the tobacco blunts. So I just
Yeah.
began like the hemp runs, like the hemp rolls and the alternatives, and things been hitting, man. But this
Nice.
bong is nice. His name is
Just
Mr.
the top,
Grinch.
huh? Mr. Grinch.
His name is
Nice.
Mr. Grinch. Yeah.
Yeah, I went and picked up a little buddy myself.
What do you go to a dispensary? Which one do you go to?
Um, I like to go around and try the different deals and meet different staff, but I
Okay.
did grow a liking to a dispensary out here in the West Valley. They grow some pretty solid flower. Is normally some semi exotic strains as well. They just had some coconut crunch that was like 80% purple. And I was like looking at the
Mm,
nugs, like, damn, this is like some of the most beautiful weed I've seen in a while.
yeah.
But this called the Arizona Cannabis Society,
Okay.
and
Put
yeah,
them on
they
the
out
map
here in the.
then.
Hey man, yeah, they got a couple of my cookbooks up there. So if y'all in the
Okay.
valley, go grab one of my cookbooks from the dispensary. And
Yo, is a did I see this correctly that you have waffles in your cookbook? Is that right?
medicated
Yo,
waffles.
tell me a little bit about that because I am a waffle connoisseur. So if it's got anything to do with waffles, I'm here for it. I think I might have
All
lost
right,
you.
so
Oh, there you are.
um, yeah, they were backing a work truck up on the street, so I had to go on mute for a second.
Oh, okay. No worries.
So yeah, basically, as you can see, I've packed on some weight throughout the years and everything.
Yeah,
And I've
dank
collected
waffles.
recipes that my family and everybody would make. So basically, what I did inside my cookbook, I made it to where you can learn how to infuse your own butter or coconut oil. And
Okay.
then with that infusion, you could take that oil, that coconut oil, and you can make waffles because it's flour, eggs, almond milk, coconut oil, sugar, and baking powder.
Yo, shout out to almond milk one time though.
Yes, that's a whole nother story, but I cannot do dairy at all. So
Hey,
I
shout
had
out
to
to
switch
almond
over
milk
to
one more
almond
time
milk.
though.
And I just copped some that got like the hint of honey. I was like, damn, this is fire.
Yo, God really broke the mold when you did
Man,
that.
for real, for real.
That's
Um,
cool, man. Yeah, I've always admired your your ability to really like make weed fun and to make it just like a real unique experience. I didn't even know, like, I knew you can make edibles, but
yeah,
I didn't know you can make weed waffles. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's just something brand new to me, so that's really dope.
yeah, man. I got so much more, and the version of the cookbook that's coming out this month. I'm gonna have my special fried rice recipe. I got a bomb ass fried rice recipe that with like orange chicken or General Tso's chicken. And yeah,
Yo.
man, it's so much you could do with weed, and if you make it with coconut oil, like it really only
Uh-huh.
takes like a quarter for you to make a full cup of oil, and you could be cooking with that cup of oil for a while. You don't use a lot of oil, you know.
Okay. So you can
So
last.
yeah, 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 and I really want everybody to start cooking more with weed, man. I think everybody should enjoy medicated meals more often, and like
Yeah, man.
therapy.
It just hit way different. You know what I mean? I can't, I got to be careful
Yeah.
with edibles, bro. Like, I the other night I ate an edible and I was in my house ready to go home. Like, it was like that.
Was it from the dispo or was it
It
local?
was from it was local. It was local. It was from your boy Chris Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he probably got them space bars.
Man, I'd be like, bruh, like, I just wanted to feel a little good. I wasn't trying to go to space,
Yeah, I
but
feel you.
it's
Yeah,
all
you gotta
good.
be careful with that. So what are your thoughts about cannabis becoming mainstream?
Um, I I'm glad that our society is a bit more receptive to the benefits of cannabis. Um, I don't like that it's being taxed a little bit more, but at the
Hmm.
same time, this gives me a chance to go see the plug a little bit more now.
Yeah, it's getting
You know,
grossly taxed.
shout out to the local. Shout out to your local plug.
Shout
You know,
out
go
to the
see
local
them. Go see him or her wherever they at. And
man.
you know, I'm cool with it because like I just feel like that it's gonna be less tension on on weed now.
Mm,
I feel like there's gonna be I don't think there's gonna be like leniency. You know, you don't you still want to be smart about it, of course, but
right.
I really don't feel like anybody's gonna look for that as like a sign of trouble. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's getting run up for any kind of weed. You know, it's accessible everywhere,
Hope not.
so
We're
you ain't
gonna
got to
knock
take
on
it from
wood.
nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that. You know, I ain't never really met a joint or a blunt I didn't like per se. So I'm cool with it. You know, I just hope that you know people just do the right thing with it, and you know just really see the benefits
Responsible
in
and
it. You know,
everything.
yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Um, if you could smoke with a celebrity that's alive, um, well, it don't even have to be like a celebrity. It could be like a world leader, anybody,
Hmm.
who, alive. Who would you smoke with?
It would have to be a few people. Um, can't just be
Yeah,
one.
so you got to have a session.
I gotta have a session, and you know it's gonna be a productive session. You
Hmm.
know, because you know an opportunity like this doesn't always present itself. So I'm gonna want to be, you know, first I want to be the least educated at the table first. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to like learn from everybody that's there.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but they also got to be, you know, cool about weed. So I'm gonna definitely have Uncle Snoop in there. Um, I would say Flying Lotus is another person that I would definitely smoke with. Um, I think Seth Rogen would be really dope to smoke with. And what's the dude's name from the other podcast? Uh,
Is it Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. Who am I thinking of?
Yeah,
Seth. Who am I
Joe
thinking of
Rogan.
then?
Yeah, you're thinking of Joe Rogan as
I'm
well.
thinking Seth. Who am I thinking of? The dude from Pineapple Express.
Seth Rogen is Pineapple Express, and the podcast. If we're talking about the same guy, is Joe
Yeah,
Rogan. Yeah,
both
he
of
the
them.
one who smoked weed with Elon Musk on his podcast.
Both of them.
Yeah, that's
Both
a
of
that's
them.
a that's a crazy ass group to be smoking with or something with. I'm
Yeah,
not even.
man. And that's only
All
the
right,
tip
so
of it. You know what I mean? That's only the tip of the
yeah.
iceberg.
Oh, you say you gotta have a bigger room. It's gonna be a bigger high box. I feel you.
Well, you
One.
know, it's COVID now, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
So, all right. So, if you had to narrow it down to one person that was dead that you would smoke with, who would it be?
um,
And
ooh,
yeah, who would it be? And what would y'all talk about?
I would have to say, man, it's like a few people that come to mind. Um, I would probably smoke with Marvin Gaye,
Hmm.
just because of like, you know, he's an Aries. I have an Aries moon, and you know, he came up in Detroit, so you know, he and I would be able to like, you know, resonate with that.
Yeah.
And you know, I just feel like, you know, when I listen to Marvin Gaye, he's, you know, he's able to like, you know, evoke, you know, that kind of feeling, that kind of emotion just through
Yeah.
music, you know, and just being able to like, you know, witness and experience that in person with a joint or a blunt would be you know, would be crazy to experience.
True. True. I I've been thinking about it lately, and a few times I gave like I was like Bob Marley or something like that. But when I
Hmm.
think about it, man, I really want to smoke with Prince.
Yeah,
Like the creative burst that this man had throughout his whole life, insane.
unmatched,
You know, so I
unmatched
know he was probably just smoking kill, and that would probably be a bomb ass smoke session.
for
Uh,
sure.
do you have a crazy smoking story um, that you be able to share?
A crazy smoking story. Um, Man, you know, not exactly because like I'm a homebody. I guess like the craziest like things I do when well, this would be like the earliest stages when I smoke would just be like the crazy like munchies that I would get. So yeah, I think I remember, just getting so high and then going to, I think it was QT, and I
Mm.
bought all the maple bars, bro. It was like 7 of them. I was like, let me just get a whole
He's like,
tray.
let me get this whole box, like
Let me just get
all
the
of
whole tray,
whole
all the maple
bunch.
bars,
Nice, nice.
smacked.
Yeah, man. Sometimes, like especially early on when you smoking, man, that hunger gets you, boy, and then you be like, damn, you be munchies left and right. I
Yeah.
remember when I first started, man, we used to go to White Castles, or because it was back where I'm from. There's like multiple White Castles within like a 15-minute drive. Like
Where's that?
I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois,
Okay.
um, and right now, like there's like two within a 10 to 20 minute drive from my parents' house. So
Oh
like, and
wow.
out here, we got to go all the way out to Scottsdale, and then it'd be like a whole hour wait in line. But
I still
I
don't pull up
was
to that one.
I was a little spoiled growing up. I used to munch on those chicken rings a lot, and but yeah, man, I just used to watch that movie and have those little adventures and shit with my friends. So that was definitely something that was fun. Do you have a favorite weed movie?
Friday,
Friday.
easily.
Yeah.
Friday.
Was that one of the first movies you believe that you ever smoked to?
Um, Damn. I only started smoking like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so
man,
you
what was
probably got hired to Pineapple Express. That was probably like one of the first
it
movies you
was
got
it
hired
was
to.
in that it was in that era, but I got like high to like the Twilight Zone
Oh
and Bob
shit.
Ross and
Hey.
David Attenborough's Our Planet documentaries. Like that's what I was
Okay.
on. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you were like
Yeah,
the mind bending. Like, all right, let's go
yeah,
and
that's what I'm
and
on.
actually go in and focus up. And okay, okay. So moving forward, what are your future plans with Homebody, with Wolfzie, with Brandyn Jenkins? What are your future plans with your life? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now and 10 years from now?
Um, well, I'm definitely trying to take over the world. So, whatever I got to do to make that happen. First and foremost. Secondly, as far as where I see Homebody Friends, um, I truly believe that my brand is one post away, one viral post away from just hitting it. You know what I'm saying? This brand is it's applicable to society in so many ways. I'm already getting like a lot of good feedback and traction on it organically.
Right.
So I would say within the year, if not within the next 2 years, Homebody Friends would be um, I would say well known within the U.S.
Mm.
And that's gonna say just with hoodies alone. I would say that's going to definitely like take over first. That's going to get the exposure out there,
It's the hoodies.
and just the hoodies first. Comfort is key for every homebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the hoodies is going to put me out there first. Um, I'm always evolving. I'm obsessed with progression and learning something new every day. So the more I grow, the more the brand grows, the more I learn, the more the brand, gets competitive with it. So it's just a matter of time, bro. Like I mentioned, it takes years to blow up overnight. And, I truly
Exactly.
believe that.
And
So it's,
that's why
yeah,
it's like you said, just being patient and consistent, and
right. I'm gonna
yeah,
definitely have new products. Definitely have new, influencers, and I may even update the website a few more times. But I certainly, plan on expanding on where I live. I plan on moving into an apartment downtown. It's a bit more spacious, so that way I can get a lot more work done.
okay.
Been really focused on that, and it's just a matter of time, man. I'm just gonna lay low before I come up, really.
Now, because that's something that I've been looking into as well, is like possibly relocating in the near future. I've been leaning towards like Tempe though. What's your thoughts on
Mm.
Tempe?
I love Phoenix. I love
You know,
downtown
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
So
I love downtown
Tempe,
Phoenix. Everything I do is downtown Phoenix, but I just,
right?
for some reason, I feel like I'm missing something in Tempe.
It's Tempe's tight. It's if it's for you, cool. Tempe. Tempe for me, I've lived in Tempe.
Okay.
For a few
Is
years
it
actually.
overrated?
Um, it it just depends on what you want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If you look
No.
into um see a lot of like see some action or just be around a good young demographic of people that's in that whole
Mhm.
college town area. Um, well, also it just depends on where you move to in Tempe. So,
Yeah.
were you planning on moving like closer to ASU or like the outskirts or any area in particular?
I like over where the lake is, Tempe Town Lake. I like the area, like just
Okay.
right there by the highway, because like I said, everything I do is still downtown Phoenix basically, and I love downtown Phoenix anyway. So like I would still spend most of my time in like downtown Phoenix or downtown Tempe.
Okay.
But I've stayed out this way in Glendale. I've stayed in North Phoenix. I've stayed somewhere downtown, well, uptown Phoenix,
Hmm.
and so now I was just like thinking should try some East Valley.
Yeah, man. Um, Tempe's cool because it's like, just outside of Phoenix and it's still close enough to where you can still get there within a reasonable amount of time. I know there's always something popping off in Tempe. So, again, like I mentioned, it's just, whatever you
What you
like.
have?
Um,
Um,
yeah.
and I got one more question. Do you see your company doing or not doing? Do you see your company making any moves in the cannabis industry? And as far as in what capacity would you be involved? Whether it's like getting merch made out of hemp, or like you investing in a cannabis brand, or you coming out and endorsing a certain, strain, or, coming out like with the Homebody's OG or something like that.
All of that, what you mentioned and more. So, it's just just a matter of facilitating that whole project and then implementing it in a way that it can be profitable for myself, my company, and whomever I choose to do business with within the cannabis industry. But I have given a lot of thought into uh, implementing Homebody Friends into the cannabis industry. I feel like it's entirely applicable. Homebodies, introverts, people that like to stay home,
Yeah, definitely smoke
odds are they
cannabis.
smoke too. You know what I'm saying? So I
Definitely
definitely
smoke
feel like
cannabis.
it makes sense. It's just a matter of figuring out a way that that can, like I mentioned, that can be profitable.
Nice. Well, if you can tell the people where they can find you, social media.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just follow Homebody Friends on Twitter or
What's up, says
Instagram.
Spazin?
Oh yeah, what's up? How do you say it? Said Spazin.
It says
What's good with
Spazin.
you? A shout out. Um, but yeah, just search Homebody Friends on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We actually got the Facebook group for Homebody Friends, and shout out to you for inviting some of your friends to our group. I really appreciate that.
Well, I
Um,
definitely
yeah,
would invite more. I didn't know how the rules were in inviting. It's a closed group,
yeah,
so
they just got to be a homebody. That's it.
homebody
So
friends.
I'm doing a giveaway for for an unnamed product that may or may not be in my store. And as soon as our group reaches 3,000 members, I'll be choosing a winner from the person that just invites the most friends to our group.
Nice.
And yeah, it's very competitive. We're pretty close. I think we just passed 2.6
I need to go
hundred
ahead
people.
and
So
invite
yeah,
all the 2,000 friends. I got to see how many. Well, no, I'm not going to invite everybody. Like you said, it got to be a
yeah,
homebody.
it's got to be
Got to
applicable.
actually fit in the family group.
Yeah,
I understand. The homebody friends got a Twitter, right?
yes, we are on Twitter
Okay,
at Homebody Friends
a homebody friends.
and
There we go.
TikTok. I'm not on TikTok quite as often as other people, but we're on there
Mhm.
too. Just at Homebody Friends.
Nice. You got to have that presence on all platforms. Well,
Yep.
once again, Brandon, thank you. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast and having a smoke session with me. Wish it could have been in
Yo, thank
person.
you.
One day we'll redo this and we'll actually be able to hash out some weed together.
One
And
time before we go though. One
yes,
time.
sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
let's do it then. Let's do it then.
Once again, man, Happy New Year.
Hey, appreciate you having me,
Many,
bro.
many years of blessings, success.
Likewise. And
Yes, sir.
happy early birthday. I know it's your birthday month, Mr.
Thank you.
Pisces.
Yes,
So
sir. Definitely can't wait to the end of the
yes,
month.
yes, most definitely.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you
Appreciate
again.
that.
Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Cannabis and Coffee with LaTosque. This is Brandyn Wolfzie Jenkins of Homebody Friends. And if you missed out, go rewind it. And yeah.